Hello again. So let's continue with the chapter of equations. Okay. Last lesson we solved equations with fractions, and we said there are two methods how you can do it. You can use the LCM or you can cross multiply. But I said if you use the LCM, you will find it easier for the questions to follow, which are a little bit more complicated. Okay. So you had to try out these questions. Let's check them out together. I gave you the first hints, okay, before you could start. So you shouldn't have found it that much of a problem. Let's see. So this 2 over here, so if you used LCM, okay, you could have worked it out with an LCM of 2, whereas this one can be taken to the other side and the one multiplied by the other side, which remains the same. So use whichever method you want as long as the final answer is the same. So let's check them out. So I'm going to be a little bit more quicker because you should have worked them out as already. So g is on this side, minus 4g, minus 3 remains there, and plus 14. 14 minus 3 is 11, 10g minus 4 is 6g, g is 11 on 6. Let's confirm this is correct. So 11 on 6. So always use a calculator, substitute instead of g this number, okay? This can remain like this, or it can be 1/5/6, or you can change it to decimals as well if you want, okay? And substitute in these, and I checked it out and I get 2.16 recurring here and 2.16 recurring there. It's the same value, so it's correct. Next one. Okay, you have 0.6y plus 5.2. This is similar to the previous question. The only difference is that we have decimal numbers, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so similarly, you can either use LCM, which is 3, because this is on 1, or cross multiply, okay? So 3 times 0.6y plus 5.2. You need the calculator over here. That is 1.8y times 3, which is 15.6. And here I have 6.3y plus 2.1. Y is on one side, numbers on the other side. I prefer them on this side because the value is larger. So I have 6.3y minus, because that was positive, okay, 15.6 minus 2.1. These steps you should know, okay? You've been doing this ever since Form 1. Minus 6.3 minus 1.8y. $4.5. Okay, 15.6 minus 2.1. Use the calculator to divide 13.5 by 4.5. And that's a whole 3. We check it out, okay? 3 times that one plus 5.2, okay? 3 times that one plus 2.1 divided by 3, and we can confirm that the answer on both sides is the same. And then you have to try this one over here as well, okay? I helped you out with the first bit. All of this multiplied by 3 is written like that on 4. This is 7 wholes, minus 7 on 1. This times 1 remains the same and divided by 3. And then we found the LCM. We have 2 different fractions. LCM of 4, 3, and 1, okay, is 12. So 4 to become 12 should be multiplied by 3. Similarly, over here, this to become 12 should be multiplied by 12. Similarly here, and this to become 12 should be multiplied by 4. And similarly here. Okay, what you do to the denominator should be done to the numerator to keep it balanced. Now I have 3 times 3g plus 24. 7 times 12, which is, let me confirm, 84 on 12. When I have large numbers, I always prefer to confirm with a calculator to be safe, okay? So once the denominator is the same for each and every fraction, I can eliminate it and start expanding brackets. 3 times 3g, 3 times 24, 4 times g, 4 times 2. Okay, now g is on one side, numbers on the other side. I have 4g on this side, 9g on this side, so I prefer the 9g. So 9g, oops, minus 4g, and 84 minus the 72. But the 8 is still on the right hand side of the equation, so it remains the same. Okay, now 9g minus 4g. 84 minus 72, which gives us a 12. A 12 plus 8 is 20. Mela g is 20 on 5. And g is 4. We can check it out and see if it's correct or not. Mela 4 plus 8, 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Let's check this. G is 4. Mela 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 division by 3 is 2. And on this side I have 7 plus 2. And it is correct. Okay, so that is correct. Make sure your answer is 4. If not, okay, pause the video and check where you have a problem. So that was solving equations, okay, with fractions. Now the next thing we will be doing, page 135, are problems with equations. The equations are going to be easier now, okay? Not so complicated. So, but you will have to understand the question, okay, and write the equation on your own. So, solving problems by forming linear equations, I think of a number, and when you think of a number, you can use any letter you want. We can use x. I multiply, don't forget, multiply is times. Multiply by 5, okay? Subtract, which is minus, okay? The answer, so all of that is equal to, the answer is 4 times the number I thought of. It's not equal to 4, it is equal to 4 times the number I thought of, and the number I thought of was x. Okay, basically that is our equation. Write the equation and use it to find the number I thought of. So I need to find x. Right, this is the equation. I think of a number x multiplied by 5. How do we write x multiplied by 5? Write it as 5x. You can write x times 5, but then arrange it, okay? 5x, because that's how we're used to solving them. And subtract minus 7. The answer, so it is equal to 4 times the number of I thought of. 4 times x, which is 4x. Once the equation is ready, so that is our equation. Now I am going to solve it. Solve means find x. So x is on one side, numbers on the other side. I have 5x, I have 4x. What do I prefer? I prefer 5x. So the 4x should go to the other side by subtracting. 7 should go to the other side. So I need to add 7. Okay? Add 7. 5x minus 4x is x. And we got the answer just like that. Let's see if it's true. I think of a number. Number I thought of is 7. When I multiply by 5, 7 times 5, I get 35. 35 minus 7 will give me a 28. Let's check. I got a 28. That answer is the same as 4 times the number I thought of. 4 times the number I thought of. 4 times 7 is also 28. So the right hand side is equal to the left hand side. So that is correct. That is the answer. Okay. This is just checking. You can do it mentally. Question B. Question 2. Luke bought a rectangular carpet of an area 300 meters squared, and I prefer to sketch a diagram. Rectangular carpet, the area is 300 meters squared. The length is 20 meters and the width is going to be W. It says it over there. Okay? I need to form an equation to find the width. Now, form an equation with the only hints you know. And the only hints I know over here, the only hint I know is the area. And what do we know about area of a rectangular carpet? We know that the area of a rectangular carpet, area of rectangle, is length times breadth. And that is the hint we're going to use. We know that the area of the carpet is 300 meters squared. The length is 20. And the width is W. So basically I have 300 equals 20 times W, which can be written as 300 equals 20W. That is the equation. Okay, now I need to solve it, and it's easy to solve because I need to let W on its own, but it is multiplied by 20 and the opposite of multiply is divide. So that is eliminated and I get just a W on its own. But if you divide by 20 here, you need to divide by 20 over there as well. And W is 15. True or false? Let's check. 20 times W, mela 20 times 15. 20 times 15, use a calculator. Is it 300? Yes, it is. So our answer is correct. And that is the answer. Okay, when we solved it. See, they're not difficult, okay? But you need to think on how to create the equation. Next one. A triangle has angles 3x, 4x, and 5x minus 60. These triangles add up to 180, and you're given the hint over here, okay? Form an equation to solve it. What do I know about the triangles? I know that those triangles add up to 180. So this is the equation. I have 3x and 4x and 5x minus 60. All of them together are equal to 180. Okay, so I have 3x, 4x, 5x, 12x. Okay, 60 will go to the other side, so I will have letters equals to numbers, so it becomes plus 60. Don't forget to eliminate that, it's plus 60, so plus 60 on this side as well. Okay, so I have 12x equals 180 plus 60, which is 240. Okay, divide by 12 on both sides, so I will get just 1x, and there I have 20. Correct? Let's see. If x is 20, what is the size of each of the three angles? Well, I have an angle which is 3x. So that is 3 times x, 3 times 20. That's 60 degrees. That's x. Okay. The other angle is 4x. Well, 4x, 4 times x, and x is 20. So that's 80 degrees. And the last angle is 5x minus 60. So 5 times x, which is 20, minus 60. 5 times 20 is 100. 100 minus 60 is 40. When we add them up together, 60, 80, and 40, do we get 180? Yes. So the answer was correct. Okay. And the last page. You need to try these on your own as well. Jane's age now is n years. Write an expression for her age in 4 years' time. What does it mean in 4 years' time? Okay, the next 4 years. So, if you are now 14, in 4 years' time, how old will you be? 14 plus 4. So, I don't know her age. It's not 14. It's not 20. It's not 22. I don't know. It's n. So n and add 4. That way you will find her age in 4 years. Now I need to write an expression for her age 7 years ago. 7 years ago. How old were you 7 years ago? If you're now 14. 7 years ago, that is 14 minus 7. But I don't know her age. It is n. So that is n minus 7 for 7 years ago. Now, in 4 years' time, we're talking about this one. Jane will be twice as old as she was 7 years ago. In 4 years' time. So let's concentrate on this. Jane will be, Jane equals, and Jane's age is n plus 4. So, in 4 years' time, Jane will be, Jane, and plus 4 will be, so equal to twice is 2 times, okay? Twice is 2 times her age 7 years ago, and her age 7 years ago is this one, n minus 7. Place it inside the bracket. So basically I have her age in 4 years' time. Twice will be equal twice her age 7 years ago, which can be written like that. The multiplication, okay, is written like that. Now, I need to write the equation. There it is. This is our equation. And I need to solve it. Start by expanding x. Expand 2 times n. 2 times minus 7. And this is the same. Okay, so n's on one side, numbers on the other side. I have 2n, I have an n. What would you prefer? I'd prefer 2. So n to be removed from that side, I need to subtract it from there and subtract it from here as well to keep it balanced. Now I have a 4. Okay. Minus 14 will be positive 14 to be eliminated, and divide with that on that side. I need to do that on this side as well. Okay, 2n minus n is n. 14 plus 4 is 18. Let's see if we're correct. 4 years time. كم هيكون żmien? If she is 9 years now, she is 18 years now. In 4 years time, she is 18 plus 4. She would be 22 years. 7 years ago, how old was she? 7 years ago, she was 11 years. And we're saying that she will be twice that age. There we go, 22 equal to 22. So we know that it is correct. Try out this entire question on your own. We've done something similar to this in another topic for formulae, okay? The cost of hiring a car from Charlie's Cars is 15 a day plus 5 cents a kilometer. Work out the cost for 1 day when 340 kilometers are traveled. Okay, 240 kilometers are traveled. So we know it's 5 cents per kilometers, cents, okay? So 0.05 times 340. Use a calculator. So that is 17 euro. But you need to add, okay, the 15 euro a day. So plus 15 euro. And that is 32 euro. Make sure you've worked out like this over here, okay? Because this is a cent and this is a euro, okay? Now next question, try it on your own. Write an expression for the higher cost for 1 day when n kilometers are traveled. Mela. So, to hire a car, mela, for n kilometers, we know that we need to pay 5 cents for every n kilometers, and this is what we worked out. 5 cents for every kilometer, and this time we don't have 340 kilometers, we have n. So it's 5 cents for every kilometer times n. And then what did we do to the answer? Right? To the answer, we added the 15, right, daily rate plus 15. Okay, so if I arrange that, okay, 0.05 n plus 15, and that is an expression, okay, for the daily cost of renting a car. So now you can, okay, write an equation and solve it to find the number of kilometers. So to find the number of kilometers, meaning now you have to find n traveled when the higher cost is 26. Well, total cost now is 26. So a total cost, don't forget, is obtained by using this expression. So if the total cost is 26, how can I find the number of kilometers? And that is subject of the formula, that is solving. Okay, so try that on your own. So first eliminate the 15, 26 minus 15. And don't forget, you need to subtract 15 to be eliminated. That's why I subtracted it on the other side as well. 26 minus 15, which is 11. 0.05 n. I need n on its own, subject of the formula. Okay, I need to divide by the 0.05 on both sides. So I have 11 divided by 0.05. Okay, use a calculator. The answer is 220 kilometers. That is the amount of kilometers done for the final value to be 26 euros. Okay, so that is the final question for this chapter of equations. If you have any problems, don't forget to message me or write or email me. And the next topic we will be doing transformations. Thank you.